Hello everybody, Helsing Gray here. What's going on, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, and everybody in between or not in between? What's the opposite of in between? Honey, what's the opposite of in between? Outside! Outside of whatever boys and girls are. So, okay, really quickly. I'm getting ready for the new year. Chinese New Year's coming up. Get ready, it's gonna be awesome. And I'm going over, I'm getting all my financial papers together. Look at all these financial papers. These are like weekly reviews. This is my yearly review. Don't look at my amounts. Dun dun dun. This is my. Let's see. Can you see this? Look, boom. This is my weekly. It's all light and white. And weekly review. Wait, this is the yearly review. Weekly reviews. All these are weekly reviews of my finances, my money, my progress, where I went, where I've gone, where I was, where I am, and it's important. Check it out. I did a weekly review, financial weekly review, like these things, pretty much once a week, or in some cases once every 2 weeks, a weekly review. It started out small, then it gradually became bigger. It gradually began to encompass more of my assets. And I did, for my weekly review, I went to a monthly review. And week by week, I could see how my wealth is increasing or decreasing. I could see how my assets were increasing, whether it was quick, whether it was quickly, slowly. I could see how it was changing, how it was developing. And so what happened was, as I saw my passive income increase, even if it's just by 3 cents every week, I'm like, that's an increase. That's a plus. It's just 3 cents, but it's going up, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Like right now, my passive income is 11, 12, maybe $13 a month. And you might be like, $13 a month? Man, that can't even take me out on a hot date. But it's a start, yo. I remember back when I was getting 2 cents from one of my bank accounts. And I had thousands of dollars in there. I'm like, I got thousands in there. What's my return, baby? 2 cents. I'm like, 2 cents? I got 3,000-4,000 in there. 2 cents? Yeah. And so then I started investing with Robinhood. No. I went from that to an HYSA, high yield savings account, then Robinhood. To make a long story short, I did my financial review pretty much every week. Right now, it's a Saturday. I'm getting ready for my financial review tomorrow morning on Sunday. And I'm going to go through all of my assets, all of my debts, how I've grown or not grown. And I want to say that for some of you out there, no. Here's what I'm going to say. For those of you out there that want to master your finances, that want to master your assets, that want to master your growth, that want to become something more, that want to grasp hold of your financial lives and reach financial freedom, what I advise you is, I do advise you to do a weekly financial review. See where you are weekly. Make sure, do a weekly checkup to see if you're closer to your financial goals every week. Do a weekly checkup to see if you are taking the steps you said you would take the previous week to make sure you're actually getting closer. So every week, I sit down, I go over my assets, I go over my liabilities, my wealth, my debt, and I say, okay, how have I increased? How have I decreased? What are my goals? What are the next action steps I need to take? And then from there, I'll make a little action list. And from the action list, I'll say, okay, this is what I need to have accomplished by next Sunday or earlier. And that'll give me things to do, solid things to do to make sure I make progress. And dude, this is beautiful. And because I look at this and this stack of all these bloody reviews, man, this is a year pretty much. When did I start? What's my first day? My first day was, ooh, this looks nice. When was my first day? What does that say? I'm going to pause you 1 second. You know what? I lied. This is just from June. From June, man. From June to December. So here's the situation. I was going through some financial things. When you have to use your credit cards to buy groceries, that's not a good thing. Yeah, you're like, oh, sky's the limit. Well, not really. But it's not a good thing. You want to be able to buy groceries with cash. Unless you're going to use your credit card, then pay it back. Yes, but if you're not going to pay it back as soon as you use it, that's a bad thing. Because then it's just not good for you. And I went from being here on a financial level to like climbing up here. So meaning I have more passive income. Like it's not as much as some others would like to brag about, but dude, it's way more than I had a year ago. And at the rate that I'm increasing, I'm going to hit my financial goal, which is pretty cool. So I'm saying all this to say, do a financial review every week. It will help you solve any financial problems that you might have. It'll also help you stay on track of your financial goals. It'll help you get closer to what you need to do more of what you need to do, stop doing what you don't need to do, use the boat method or the ship method that I talked to you about, link in description below. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I just wanted to say that because I'm happy at looking at how I've come so far. I've grown. I've got more cash in the bank. I'm investing more. I have more passive income. I'm not using my credit cards to buy groceries anymore. I'm freaking happy about that. I have money and it feels good. I have wealth. It feels good. And part of getting there was sitting down and saying, hey, we have a problem. And figuring out a way to solve the problem, taking it apart, looking at it piece by piece by piece and saying, okay, what's wrong? What needs to change? What up here needs to change? And I started changing. So for you, I highly recommend you do that. Sit down, take a true look at your finances, take a true look at what you have, what you don't have, where your money came from, where it's going, where it is. Because financial awareness is one of the greatest things you can have, one of the greatest forms of awareness you can have. That said, I'm going to go now because I have to prepare for tomorrow and finish watching Paul Blart the Mall Cop because my wife loves comedies and I do too. That's an interesting movie if we can still find it on the telly. And yeah, if you would like to check out the financial review sheets that I use, link in the description below. If it's not there below, that means my VPN needs to be turned back on and it'll be there below shortly. Okay, have a beautiful night. Much success, much good wishes to your new year and all the good stuff. This video is so unedited. Wow. 鼠年大吉 or 新年快乐. Alright guys and ladies and kids, peace. And remember, as I like to say back when I was a child, retirement is a lie. 1, 2, do not rely on other people, organizations, countries, governments to take care of you when you are older. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. If you put your financial future in someone else's hands, you're always at their whim. You put your financial future in someone else's hands, who's to stop them from saying, you know what, I don't really like this person anymore, bye-bye, chichula. And you're like, I'm 75 years old. Who's gonna take care of me? You don't want that situation. That is not you. You deserve better than that. You got a brain, you got 2 hands, or 1 hand, or stubs. I don't know what you got, but you got something. If you're watching this video and you understand what I'm talking about, you have cognitive awareness. Use that cognitive awareness to make the future you want. And the financial future you want. And it starts with financial awareness. You are responsible for your future. End of story. I'm not going to sit back and wait or depend on the job or the gov or anybody else to take care of me. Not even my parents or family. I would love to ask them for money right now. Oh, I really would, but I can see what they'd say. I know what they'd say. Probably something like, what did he say? Something like, you're a grown boop man. You got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and you got a brain. Use it. I made my money the hard way, working for it. You gonna work for it, boy. And I'd be like, but Grandpa, blah, 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 blah. He's like, boy, I gave you $200 20 years ago. You still ain't paid me back. And, okay, it's too much information. Okay, have a good night. Do your financial review every week. Stay on top of your finances. Your future is in your hands, period. And you can be the top. And you already are a millionaire. Technically, you already are. If you don't understand why or how you already are, check that video out because it's cool. Link in description. Wait, where is that video? It's on YouTube. Find it. Look for You Are a Millionaire by Helsing Gray. Wait, that's me. Link in description. Okay, have a good night. Later, or good morning, wherever you are. Don't read that tattoo. You don't want to know what it says. That was an interesting year. Good night.